The average was down to 240 going into yesterday afternoon. Olivo hangs on, and Zach opens the game with a strikeout, his 74th of the year. That is just past Tien and down into the corner. So Zach had Polanco reaching, but just left the pitch up. And broken bat, and the Tigers are going to score in the first inning. Maglio Ordonez will take that no matter what. But especially chance for two. Out at second. Double play.
3 ERA on the road, so Raw's going to have to really put it together tonight to score some runs.
That's another out in the air from
games. Watching the bleachers at my high school. I had this AM transistor radio that I used to carry all the time.
Ordonez in right center field takes care of DeJesus, so 2 quick outs. Completely get rid of the bat. And when he was in rookie ball, on days he wasn't pitching, he would DH. And he's going to get 3 straight outs in the air. Well, that 106 opponent's batting average will go down even lower.
That's who the first ball fastball hitters are, and that pitch is reserved for those guys.
That should stay in play, and Billy Butler with Callaspo right behind him making the play. And Olivo wants another slider. And this one's popped up in front of the Tiger dugout, and Tien is there to complete in your selection. As Guillen drives it into center. Granderson was in a few steps, and that pays off. Jacobs has a home run in 3 at-bats against Edwin Jackson. Cabrera to the bag himself, and Jackson is in the field, committed an error in the top of the first inning that led to a couple of unearned runs with Gil Mesh on the mound, and that's pounded to deep left. Back goes Thomas. It is off the bottom of the fence.
You know, and I think first ball hitting is really one way to get your average down in a hurry.
Polanco throws him out, and the Royals leave T. And speaking of home runs, Zach has not allowed one in his last 13 starts. Luis Hernandez handles a tricky hop, but Ramon Santiago, but not a whole lot more. That's hit to deep left. DeJesus chasing. The wind knocks it down. Everett is out, number 2. Granderson's 38th strikeout of the year. Past Greinke, backed up by Callaspo, and on the money St. Louis for the 2009 All-Star Game. Fans can visit Royals.com/community to submit nominations. Right over the bag and played by Polanco. It was his glove hand to the right side, and Polanco from the outfield grass throws out Hernandez.
It comes in as the hitter when you know you're not swinging the bat, but even at bunting, you got to look for the right situation to do it. He just turned over and got it inside the line and made an outstanding pitch to Ordonez. Even broke his bat.
That's sharply hit under Zach's glove and all the way out into center field. And use the middle of the field, use the opposite field.
And they know he likes to try to get his first pitch fastball over. He likes to establish it. And that's where that short swing.
Cabrera grounded into a double play his first time. Breaks his bat, but the pitch was up, so it floats into center and puts 2 on, 1 out for the Tigers. Back to Zach, who's an excellent fielder, on target to Hernandez. That's the second. Didn't quite get it as high as Laird wanted it, but Clete Thomas runs it. Hit hard to short. Adam Everett throws him out. So into right. The wind will push it, but Ordonez runs it down, and Edwin over for Coco Crisp. Hit hard off of Tien's knee and into left field.
I think the one thing about that, though, Ryan, is that.
And there goes Inge. Chance for two. Out at second. Double play.
You're close to it, then you're going to pull back a little bit.
Well, Butler. That's more in Jake's hitting zone. Backhanded by Polanco. One down in the fifth inning. Very few guys in the major leagues can do that. But when he was pitching with Tampa Bay, the Rays wanted him to be more aggressive. Tien grounds out to second base. That's 10 in a row retired.
Guy, and he's got that great changeup to throw in between there. So it's all about a mindset when you got the stuff to win.
Even when the Royals hit it hard, it's right at someone tonight.
It reminds them of themselves. And if you're a guy that was as dominant as Verlander was, and then all of a sudden you hit up on hard times, and you got.
Somehow able to make contact and hit that into left center field. Slot.
That got to make it feel pretty good.
And Polanco, who's 2 for 2, hits one to shallow center. It's that time of night where it's tough to see the ball, but an inning. So Jackson has retired 11 in a row. You got Olivo to ground out to second his first time, and Miguel hit a knuckleball. You see that thing floating all over the place out there? And laying on a bunt. Good one. Jackson losing his footing and throws it away. Olivo's going to be held at third. Big break for the Royals. Jackson was not under control. First base side, though, and gets it past the mound.
If he's going at the second baseman, yes. If he's going to the corners, I don't agree with that one.
That is into right center field. The Royals are going to take the lead. Do the same thing with David, and he does. David gets it down. Another opportunity for Jackson. Picked that one up with his bare hand. Grounded sharply to short. Off the end of the bat and into right field. Meyer had to hold to make sure that it got through. First and third, one out. Hit hard left side. Royals lead 3-1. Laird down to second base and crawling back to the bag is Butler, and he's out.
A daylight in between that, then they have a sign between each other, and they would put that play on.
Now walk to. And Tien hits it hard to left. Cleat Thomas didn't read it, but adjusts and makes the catch. But hit a soft liner into left center in the first inning, scoring Polanco. Hits that one off the end of the bat. And Hernandez, who dropped down the bunt that resulted in the throwing error. It's the reverse. He went around. 4 strikeouts, make that 5 for Zach. Got him with the slider. So pitching with the lead for the first 5 innings. Off the end of the bat and into left field.
It's coming in, which makes the pitch look a lot worse than it really is. And
well, it ended up being a good setup pitch because he got Miggy to chase.
Got to it so fast that he just lost his footing, and once he lost his footing, then he felt he had to rush.
Shallow left. Thomas with a diving attempt. Keeps it in front of him. Callaspo had to make sure that he didn't catch it. So first and third, and 1 out for Meyer. Meyer replaced him on defense in the top of the 4th. To Cabrera, who's going to come to the plate, throws off line, and the Royals lead 4-1.
So you can't really change your routine because of how your team is playing. You just got to keep things going the way it's supposed to be going.
Laird to the screen, makes a nice play and fires down to second base to try. In on the fist and right there for Gerald Laird, who makes the last two plays on foul.
Spring training.
Did he go? Yes, says Bill Hahn. Struck out 10 White Sox. Now a ground ball to Callaspo. 2 down in the. Laird gets it past Tien and Hernandez. So Zach had retired 10 in a row. Laird. To Hernandez at short. Everett is out. Yeah, usually when you're playing well and the weather feels like this, it's been a good year. Pounded. Deep left center field. Guillen has belted his 4th of the year. Jacobs slices it towards the left field corner. Thomas cuts it off deep. Jacobs wants a double and just beats the throw. The Tigers will still be facing Zach Greinke when we get to the top of the 9th inning. To the right side, Cabrera is going to go down to second base, and the Tigers will get 1 out. First, that would be the second most in Royals history. Brett Saberhagen one year had 9. Callaspo's running, so the Tigers will get just 1 out, and Olivo ends up driving in Tug Hewlett to make it 6-1. Hit hard to center, but again Granderson shallow and makes the play. 2 more home for the Royals.
Guys around the plate.
Up the line, Butler's got it. 1 away.
Left center field, so much for the Maple bat.
Tien and Olivo. Tien. 2 down.
The last pitch anybody expected to see tonight.
Zach Greinke is 8-1.